So we have got an idea about electron dot structures. Now let us see carbon hardly forms electrovalent bonds. It forms mostly covalent bonds. See all these ethane, which we did, they were all covalent bonds. We don't see electrovalent bonds of carbon as such. Now the question is, why? Why does carbon only form covalent bonds? Now to this, there are two reasons. One is its property of catenation. Now what is catenation? Catenation, it's the property to form long chains. These chains may be of the same element or maybe with different elements. I mean, they are of the same element, they might contain different elements in it. So carbon has this property of forming long chains. Now again we ask why. You see, carbon has only two shells. Other elements like silicon and all have 3, 4, 5 shells, but carbon has only two shells. So carbon has a very small size. So if it has a small size, it can easily attract, the nucleus of carbon holds these electrons very tightly, and if another carbon is bonded to this carbon, it holds the electrons of this carbon also very tightly. So as a result, the nucleus should not write easily attract, holds bonds very strongly. So if the attraction is very strong, then the bond becomes very strong. It is difficult to break this bond. Strong bond means it's difficult to break it. And a strong bond, if it's difficult to break it, that means it's stable. So it holds these bonds very strongly. So the bonds are very strong. Hence they are difficult to break, and hence again they are stable. So these bonds, since they are stable, you can form a large number of bonds. You can have branches over here. You can also have different atoms. You can have O, something, N, like this. Others are all hydrogen. So these long chains can be formed by carbon, and all these chains are very stable. They do not break easily. So that is why carbon forms these long chains. And, oh, I am teaching the wrong topic. This is the question, why carbon is studied separately. Why is carbon studied separately? I mean, you could study oxygen separately, you could study nitrogen separately. Why is carbon classified as this separate topic? That is the reason, actual reason. You might be getting confused. So this catenation is the property to form long chains. So if it can form long chains, it can form a large number of compounds. So if it can form a large number of compounds, it should be studied separately. This catenation is the reason why it forms a large number of compounds. The second reason is tetra valency. Now, in tetra valency means valency of 4. Now, since carbon has a valency of 4, it can form 4 bonds, and these bonds can be with carbon or with any other element, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, anything. And again, this carbon can form bonds with carbon again. So since it has a valency of 4, it can form 4 bonds with different elements, and those 4 elements can again bond with different elements, and those 4 again, I mean, it goes on like this. So that's why it again forms a large number of compounds. So these are the mainly 2 main reasons: catenation and tetravalency.